Let's talk about real estate investing as a part-time opportunity. Who would have thought? Real estate as a whole has a lot of desirable qualities that appeal to many people looking to get into real estate or part-time business in general. Along with the potential for good financial compensation, real estate has many roles that allow for a flexible schedule and varying levels of commitment, and not to mention the unlimited growth potential it can provide. Now, real estate is very diverse in the roles and opportunities it can provide, from real estate agents to appraisers, home inspectors, to real estate investors. And then even within real estate investing, there's different niches, roles, and opportunities. This allows people to explore different areas and start out at different speeds, different levels. You can jump right in full speed ahead if you found something that you like and that you want to do and works for you. Or you can start out part-time and let it grow, which is how I got into real estate investing. In particular, that's what I want to discuss with you today, which is 3 reasons why I think that vacant land real estate investing is a great part-time business. Thank you for checking out the video today. If you would, subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate you stopping by. Let's get into it. Reason number 1 why I think vacant land real estate investing is a great part-time opportunity is because, well, a lot of the work is done virtually, right? So you've got realtor.com, you've got the MLS, you've got Zillow and sites like that, and they give you all the public listings basically that are out there. So you can search through those. For sale by owners is another target, and those are on Zillow, Marketplace, Craigslist a lot of the times. And you can put your own ads out as well. Think about, putting out an ad on Craigslist or on Marketplace saying, hey, I'm buying vacant land or I'm buying real estate. That will drive deals to you. It's not location dependent, which is the best thing about that. All that's accessible on your phone, on your computer, your laptop, wherever you're at, you can access that data. And so you don't have to be in any one particular location. All your communications done through text, email, phone calls, and a lot of things that you had to do physically before, you don't have to do it like that. It's evolved, right? So one thing when you're doing a property closing used to be you'd have to schedule an appointment with you, a realtor, all the involved parties, and you'd have to show up at their office and sign mountains of paperwork. You still have to sign mountains of paperwork, but it can all be done virtually in many cases. A lot of the closings that I'm doing now are virtual closings. We also use mobile notaries and things like that to run paperwork back and forth. So closings can be done virtually. The one thing that I still do physically is go out and tour properties, check out the neighborhood, things like that during a due diligence period. And the key point also is you don't have to do any of it virtually, or you can do all of it virtually that you can. It's up to you. That flexibility is what makes it a great part-time business, great part-time endeavor. And you don't have to. That's why it works. So that's one of the number 1 points. Now, second point I want to get into you with is vacant land investing in particular is generally a strategy that doesn't require a lot of your involvement to be spent at the property itself. Now, what I mean by that is if you were investing, flipping houses or commercial properties, buildings, properties, real estate with improvements on it, you would have to be there. There'd be some ongoing remodels. What generally people think about as a real estate investor or flipping any properties is, you're buying this ugly, worn down house and you're doing this huge remodel. You turn into this beautiful home that, looks pristine and gets you these huge returns on your money. But with vacant land investing, there's no contractor meetings, there's no supply runs, there's no securing that property every night to make sure your tools, your contractor's tools, all the fixtures and finishes that you have in there don't get vandalized or stolen. So there's minimal task actually at the property with a vacant land investing. After I've done the initial tour, gone back and done my due diligence on site, neighborhood, try to talk to some of the neighbors and things like that around that vacant property. From there on, as far as securing the property, I'm texting my lawn mowing crew the address. They're going out there, they're going to mow the lawn, trim whatever they need to trim, make it look good, nail up some no trespassing signs that they went and bought from, the hardware store. And then we're done. I've secured the property, I've mowed it, it looks great. My main activity with vacant land investing, where I'm spending most of my time is finding the deals and making sure that I'm finding high margin deals on mispriced, underpriced, undermarketed properties. And then I'm remarketing those, repackage them if needed through subdividing and things like that. Then I'm reselling them, so it's finding the properties, negotiating the prices, and I'm making sure that I'm getting high margin deals and I'm able to remarket those properties and sell them. That's where all my activity is done. And all that can be done off-site. I don't need to be there at the property. So that's what makes it, and I can do it at night, I can do it in the morning, I can take the kids to school, I can do all kinds of things in between, and it doesn't necessarily affect the schedule. I can set that schedule and I stick to it, but it's flexible. I'm not dependent on contractor schedule. I'm not dependent on, other factors such as that you would be with like a house flip or something of that nature. Number 3 that I want to just kind of bring to your attention, that I've kind of realized that it's more of a niche, right? Vacant land investing is more of a niche within real estate. And there's multiple, like I said earlier, real estate investing as a whole is pretty broad, right? You have people that work at the title company. Well, they're kind of in real estate. You have real estate agents, you have real estate brokers, you have people that work as support roles in real estate offices, you have surveyors. You have all these people that are kind of in real estate, but they have their own little niche. If you said, oh, you're in real estate, you wouldn't think, oh, land surveyor. But there's multiple roles. There's people at the bank that are working to finance real estate, home inspectors, things like that. So you think about a vacant land investor, that's a niche, right? And it's kind of undiscovered in many markets. There's less competition. When I talk to other people who are flipping houses, buying deals, and I tell them, well, I mainly flip land, and they kind of think about it for a minute, like, oh, I haven't ran into that, or I haven't thought about that, or, oh, does that work? And so a lot of times it's not thought of, right? Because there's not a lot of attention given to it. There's no glamorous TV shows. There's plenty of flippers that are doing land. There's home builders buying land. There's other people doing exactly what I do in my area. And so there's good opportunities. It's just not as glamorous, and there's not, TV shows showing it to the masses. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention so that you could keep it in mind. You don't have to have a 6-figure remodel budget on a $1 million property and all these glamorous things to be a real estate investor, and it can work out part-time as well. I myself started out part-time, and I had flipped a house, a big 2-story house, and it took up so much of my time. And then from there I said, well, I still want to buy real estate, but I don't have time to do another one of those flips. That was horrible. It ran me ragged. And then I started going to auctions and buying land. And that's, started out as part-time business, worked out really well. When I was selling those properties, I realized, wow, I did really well on those, and kind of took it from there and turned it into a full-time business. So these were kind of some of my, experiences with vacant land, and I see how it can be a part-time business. And I know other land flippers who run it as a part-time and retirement business, so I hope some of this helped you out. I hope it was useful in some way, some of it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you checking out the video today, and I'll see you on the next one.